Namaste everyone and welcome to this session which is titled Algebra for CAT. In fact, this is the very first session in a series of 5 sessions where we'll be covering some very interesting question type based discussion on some of the questions that have frequently appeared in the past few years in CAT exam. So without wasting any more time, let me give you straight away the agenda for all these sessions that we are going to have on this theme of algebra. The first part is very important. These are focused learning sessions based on question types, and therefore don't expect basic theory starting from scratch A to Z, that we start with quadratic equations or linear equations and then define the general form of quadratic equations like ax squared plus bx plus c is equal to 0. We are not going to do any of that. We are going to pick up certain standard question types that have frequently appeared in CAT, create a theory around it so that if similar or slightly different or difficult questions come on those lines, will be very well prepared. So this is a different way of learning, and therefore please understand that this is not a substitute but an add-on to your preparation. Please do not compromise on what you are already doing in terms of learning fundamentals, understanding concepts, building the fundamental practice, and then taking up mocks to refine it. Last, this is suitable for everyone. So irrespective of the current stage of preparation you are at, you feel that you're weak at maths, no issues, this session is for you. If you feel you want to jump your percentile from 95 to 97 to 99 to even 99.9, believe me, there is a lot of content here that will be super useful, that will help you get that jump or boost in your percentile. So let's start with our session. The first part that I'll take up is with regards to algebraic identities. And I'm sure that all of us are very comfortable with a plus b whole square. But what CAT has thrown at us are identities related to typically expressions of the form x plus 1 by x. So if I say x plus 1 by x is equal to k, can we very quickly calculate what is x square plus 1 by x square? So if we want to calculate what is x square plus 1 by x square, the whole idea seems that we can do whole square, right? So let us do whole square for this expression x plus 1 by x whole square. If we do that, then the left hand side will look like x square plus 1 by x squared plus 2 is equal to k square. And now simply we just have to take this 2 to the right hand side and we get our answer for x square plus 1 by x square is equal to k square minus 2. Now this seems pretty simple, that to get x square plus 1 by x square from x plus 1 by x, we just have to do whole square and subtract 2. Easy enough. Let's practice this for some certain examples. If x plus 1 by x is given as 3, can you quickly tell me the corresponding value for x square plus 1 by x square? So you'll say, sir, very easy now, it's just 3 square minus 2. 3 square is 9, 9 minus 2, answer would be 7. What if x plus 1 by x is equal to 4? So we'll say 4 square 16, 16 minus 2, answer would be 14. What if x plus 1 by x is 5? So answer would be 5 square, which is 25. 25 minus 2, which is how much? 23. So this is a pretty easy relationship for you to remember to convert x plus 1 by x into x square plus 1 by x square. Now, having understood this, just remember this transformation that you are squaring and subtracting 2. Why? Because now if we intend to go further and calculate x to the power 4 plus 1 by x to the power 4, can I say you can assume this k square minus 2 to be equal to p, and then essentially your answer will be p square minus 2. For example, now that we have calculated these values for x square plus 1 by x square, if I now want to calculate x to the power 4 plus 1 by x to the power 4 for all these values, so can I say I just need to do 7 square? What is 7 square? 49. 49 minus 2, it will be 47. Here 14 square 196 minus 2, it will be 194. And here 23 square 529 minus 2, 527. So can I say this is pretty straightforward? And now using this, I am pretty sure that you can calculate x to the power 8 plus 1 by x to the power 8. So this should also be pretty easy for you to follow along. We can say 47 square 2209 minus 2, so we'll have 2207. You can maybe practice for these higher numbers, but it's better for you to just remember this general concept that to get higher powers, you can always calculate x to the power 16 plus 1 by x to the power 16 and so on like this. Whatever was the previous term without squaring, you just need to square it and subtract 2. So k square minus 2, p square minus 2. You can assume this to be m. Next term would be m square minus 2. So I think this is pretty straightforward. Now if we move ahead and take up the discussion for another similar such identity that typically CAT uses, so that is based on the relationship between x plus 1 by x, which is given to be equal to k, and now we want to derive the corresponding value for x cube plus 1 by x cube. So can we create a direct relationship or formula? Again, we'll need to do whole cube of this. So let's do that. X plus 1 by x whole cube. What will be the left hand side? It will be x cube plus 1 by x cube plus 3ab. So what is 3ab? 3 into x into 1 by x, that would get cancelled. We'll just get 3 into a plus b. So that is x plus 1 by x. This is equal to k cube. Now we already know x plus 1 by x is given to us as equal to k. So we just need to substitute that. I get x cube plus 1 by x cube plus 3k is equal to k cube. Now what I want x cube plus 1 by x cube. So this value is pretty simple. I just need to take that 3k to the right hand side. So my answer becomes k cube minus 3k. So earlier we did k square minus 2. Here it is k cube minus 3k. Let's practice a few examples. So if I am given the value of x plus 1 by x to be equal to 3, can I quickly calculate the value of x cube plus 1 by x cube? Answer should be pretty easy. Yes, the answer will be cube of this, which is 3 cube, minus 3 times of this value, which is again 3. So I have 3 cube 27 minus 9. The answer will be 18. Similarly, now if I want to calculate x to the power 9 plus 1 by x to the power 9, I don't need to do anything. I just need to cube this value, because now the same process will follow, k cube minus 3 cube. So 18 cube is how much? 5832 minus 3 times of k, which is 18 into 3, 54. So you can subtract this. So 32 gone, 22 left. So you get 5778 as the answer. Isn't it easy now? So you just need to remember x cube plus 1 by x cube, and then you can go on calculating higher powers, x to the power, this is x to the power 9 plus 1 by x to the power 9. You can calculate all these values very, very conveniently. Having understood this part, now the next challenge that comes in front of us is, we have calculated x to the power 2, we have calculated x to the power 3. How to calculate x to the power 4? We have understood square ka square. How do we calculate x to the power 5? So that becomes an interesting question type. Let's look at that particular question and say, suppose we are given x plus 1 by x, which is equal to k, and now we know the two relationships. I'll summarize the two relationships. We have x square plus 1 by x square is equal to k square minus 2. So I know this value. I also know x cube plus 1 by x cube, which is equal to k cube minus 3k. And suppose the value of k is 2, suppose the value of k is 3, we know these values as 3 square 9 minus 2 7, and if the value is 3, we know 3 cube 27 minus 9, which is 18. So we have these values. Now we need to calculate, suppose x to the power 5 plus 1 by x to the power 5. How do we go about it? Whenever you come across odd powers, always try and split them into two powers which sum to this particular number but differ by 1. For example, think of two values, when added yield your answer as 5, but they differ by 1. So obviously we can think of 2 and 3, 2 plus 3 is 5 and 2 and 3 difference is 1. So what I am going to do is, I am going to split them into two parts, x square plus 1 by x square into x cube plus 1 by x cube. Now you might wonder, how is this going to give us x to the power 5 plus 1 by x to the power 5? If we multiply, there are going to be 4 terms. What are the 4 terms? The two terms that we want, x to the power 5 plus 1 upon x to the power 5. What are the other two terms? The other two terms are pretty straightforward. You will get x cube into 1 by x square, which is plus x, and you will get x square into 1 by x cube, which is 1 by x. So can I say you are getting one extra set of terms which are x plus 1 by x? If I subtract those extra set of terms, and will this work always? Yes. Whenever you have two consecutive powers, you will always get an x plus 1 by x extra term. which means similar relationship holds true for x to the power 7 if you split it in powers of 3 and 4. For the time being, this is the relationship, and once you get this relationship, for example, if k is 3, so you don't need to go by formula and put the values of k. You independently calculate x square plus 1 by x square, which you have calculated as 7 here. Here x cube plus 1 by x cube is 18 minus what is x plus 1 by x? X plus 1 by x was given as 3. So in this case, your answer for this question, what is 18 7s are 8 7s are 56 plus 70, 126 minus 3, 123 will become your answer. Now, if this is clear, my assignment to you would be, can you try and calculate x to the power 7 plus 1 by x to the power 7? Using similar approach, what are the two values in brackets that you will have and what is it that you will subtract? Once you do this, figure out the answer and share the answer in the comment section. I hope that you get the answer right, and that too very, very quickly. So this is something that we have understood in terms of calculating higher powers when the basic expression of x plus 1 by x is given, correct? Now we move ahead and do the reverse. What do you mean reverse? Suppose we are given x plus 1 by x as a requirement rather than the given data. So if x square plus 1 by x is given to us as k, and now we are required to calculate x plus 1 by x, how do we go about it? So then we say we need to go from larger power to smaller power. What we'll do is, we'll do whole square for x plus 1 by x. So let's do that, and let me write this entire expression for you. X plus 1 by x whole square is equal to x square plus 1 by x square plus 2ab, which is equal to 2. Now we need to get x plus 1 by x. Do we have this value? Yes. This expression is already given to us as k. So can I say this is equal to k plus 2? So now I have x plus 1 by x the whole square being equal to k plus 2. So if I take the under root, I'll get x plus 1 by x is equal to under root of k plus 2. And if I have to be mathematically correct, I need to apply a plus minus outside this under root, because then I can have two possibilities, plus minus under root of k plus 2. But in most of the questions of this nature, especially in CAT, you will be given a condition that x is greater than 0. And if that is the case, we will typically take under root of k plus 2 as a formula to remember by default. So should be pretty easy. If you want to go down from square till power 1, from x square plus 1 by x square being given a certain value, you need to calculate x plus 1 by x. All you need to do is add 2 and take the under root of the right hand side. Let's take an example. Suppose we are given x square plus 1 by x square to be equal to 23, and we are asked what is the value of x plus 1 by x. What you need to do is simply add 2 to this 23. 23 plus 2, 25. Take under root of 25, which comes out to be 5. Very quickly, try and answer this question verbally. Suppose instead of x square plus 1 by x square being equal to 23, suppose this was given as 47. So if this was 47, you will add 2. 47 plus 2, 49, under root of 49. Perfect. Suppose instead of 49, this was given as 62, then the answer would have been 8. Suppose you can take any number, and it may not always be necessary that you will get an integral answer or a natural number. You might get a surd as well, which is okay. The essential thing for you to remember is that you need to add 2 and take the under root. If this part is clear to you, the way we have understood this transformation from square to x plus 1 by x, I'll quickly summarize all this for you in the 3 relationships we have, and then we'll take up practice questions from CAT previous year's papers. So we know that if x plus 1 by x is given, if x plus 1 by x is given to us as k, then we can calculate 2 important things from this: x square plus 1 by x square, which is equal to how much? K square minus 2. And we can calculate x cube plus 1 by x cube, which is equal to k cube minus 3k. So this was one. Second relationship that we understood was reverse. X square plus 1 by x square is given to us, let's say p. So then we can calculate x plus 1 by x as under root of p plus 2. So these are the 3 relationships that I want you to remember. Now some of you might have this genuine doubt. Sir, we did from x plus 1 by x to square to 3, and then we combined it to get power 5, power 7 as well. Here we only converted 2 to 1. Is there a direct way to convert x cube plus 1 by x cube to x plus 1 by x? So answer is no, because then it forms a cubic equation and it becomes very complex. So it's better to deal with that question if in case comes in a fundamental way rather than trying to create a easy structure out of it. And therefore till date, the history of any competitive exam, CAT, ZAT, etc., such a question hasn't come because it is unnecessary. There is no point in knowing all that manual calculation and trying to figure out the corresponding values. So these three are the only relationships that I want you to remember. Once you have understood them, now it's time for us to look at CAT PYQs. So I'm going to take up all questions that have appeared in the recent years on similar lines. So this is a question from CAT 23 slot 3. Pause the video, try and get to the answer and then share it in comments. How many seconds or minutes did you take to answer this, and try this genuinely. This will build your capacity to answer questions quickly and correctly in the exam scenario. So if x is a positive real number such that x to the power 8 plus 1 by x to the power 8 is 47. So now I'll go with the same flow and say, given that x to the power 8 plus 1 by x to the power 8 is 47, can I go down and calculate x to the power 4 plus 1 by x to the power 4? Yes. I just need to add 2 and take under root. 47 plus 2, 49. Under root is 7. Can I quickly calculate x square plus 1 by x square? Yes. I need to add 2. 7 plus 2. Under root of 9 is 3. Can I calculate x plus 1 by x? Yes. I just need to add 2. 2 added would give me 5. Root of 5 would be the answer for x plus 1 by x. But that is not what they are asking. They are asking x to the power 9 plus 1 by x to the power 9. Given that I already have x plus 1 by x, it's easy for me to calculate x cube plus 1 by x cube. I just need to do k cube minus 3k, which is root 5 whole cube. Root 5 whole cube will be 5 root 5 minus 3 root 5. So that translates to 2 root 5. And now I just need to do one more step. Using this, I need to calculate x to the power 9 plus 1 by x to the power 9. I just need to do the same transformation of k cube minus 3k here in this. So 2 root 5 whole cube. 2 cube is 8. 8 into 5 root 5, 40 root 5. 40 root 5 minus 3 to the 6 root 5. 40 root 5 minus 3 to the 6 root 5. Effectively, our answer will be 34 root 5, which is the option. Correct answer is option 3. So it's a very neat and clean, clear solution and a standard approach towards solving such questions. From power 8, we reduced it to power 1 and then move forward by cubing the powers twice. So I hope this is pretty straightforward. But when this question came in the exam, believe me, this was touted as one of the most difficult or time-consuming questions that has appeared in the history of CAT in the last so many years. So I'm not saying this is the most time-consuming, but one of the most time-consuming questions, arguably. And CAT 23 slot 3, or in general CAT 23, was touted as the most difficult CAT as far as QA section was concerned. So you can understand that we are able to navigate through this question once we have built that approach to tackle this question conveniently. Now understand, a lot of you might feel, sir, that was in CAT 23. Now in CAT, this is not going to get repeated. Do questions get repeated or do types get repeated? The answer is a big resounding yes. So this was in CAT 23. Imagine somebody preparing, solving PYQs, developing these approaches is now appearing in CAT 25, and look what is the question type that he gets. So this is a question type from CAT 25 slot 3 just 2 years later. X square plus 1 by x square is given as 25. You are asked the value of x to the power 7 plus 1 by x to the power 7. Pause the video, try and get the answer on your own. Then look at my solution and do share in comments whether you genuinely like what we are doing with these sessions. Share your comments, suggestions, so that we come up with more such sessions in the future. So let's tackle this question. If x square plus 1 by x square is 25, can I directly go one step and say I can calculate x plus 1 by x as this number plus 2, 25 plus 2, 27 under root. So under root of 27 is how much? 3 root 3. So I know x plus 1 by x is equal to 3 root 3. Now I can calculate x to the power 3. Why? Because I need x to the power 7. How will I create x to the power 7? Via x to the power 3 as well as x to the power 4. So in fact, I'll write the format for this first. This is nothing but x to the power 4 plus 1 by x to the power 4 getting multiplied with x to the power 3 plus 1 by x to the power 3 minus x plus 1 by x. This is something that we have learned in the session so far. We already have x plus 1 by x. Can we calculate x cube plus 1 by x cube? Let's do that. So I'll have x cube plus 1 by x cube being equal to what? This entire number k cube minus 3k. 3 root 3 whole cube. 3 cube is 27 into 3 root 3, that is 81 root 3, minus 3k, that is 3 into 3, 9 root 3. If you simplify this, this becomes 72 root 3. Is this part clear? So we have already identified one part of the expression. How do we go about calculating x to the power 4? We already have x square plus 1 by x square, which is equal to 25. So can I say I just need to go one power up in terms of squaring? So I just need to square this. Formula is k square minus 2. 25 square is 625. 625 minus 2. I am directly writing this as 623. So I am writing the expressions and calculating the answer. This is 623 into, this is 72 root 3 minus x plus 1 by x is 3 root 3. Now, a lot of you might feel, sir, this will also take a lot of time for us to calculate. Multiplying these numbers and subtracting. The options are available with all the unit digits apart from root 3 being different. So just focus on the unit digit. So 3 into 2, this is 6. 6 minus 3, the unit digit will be 3 and then it will end with root 3. So we just need to figure out 3 with root 3, that is there in option 3. Correct answer is option 3. You can always multiply and cross check whether that is the correct answer. But these are some of the important skills that I believe you need to develop if you want to jump your percentile from the current percentiles that you're getting. So this is all that we wanted to cover in this small session. Now, if you feel that this has added value, please share your feedback in the comment section. We'll be coming up with a lot of such sessions that will pick up certain question types that have been repeated, create a framework around it, and give you those skills necessary to crack CAT with a fantastic percentile. That's it from my side. Thank you so much. I'll take a leave. Bye-bye. See you. A quick recap for you to have in terms of a screenshot or a snapshot. This can go in your formula notebook. X plus 1 by x being equal to k. The relationships for the same. And similarly, if we are given a higher power, we can calculate the reverse as well based on under root of p plus 2. So that's it from my side. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.